Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. So guys, today I'm going to continue with the Nissan Townstar electric van. Yesterday, in the comments, a lot of people were saying, stay away, don't do it, give it back. You know, but that's not really my way. My way is to, if someone says I can't do it, prove them wrong and get it done, basically. There is a serious danger issue to this van. It has got 400 volts running through it in the batteries. It's dangerous. It is. It can kill you. I know that. Now, don't get me wrong. I have been a multi-trader for 30 years. Like, I've been on many building sites, thousands and thousands of building sites, and I understand health and safety. I do. So I already ordered the correct gloves and the correct tools for this job. They're on order. So the battery pack will not be taken apart until I get the correct tools. But that won't stop us from taking the battery pack down. There's no charge around it. It's only until you get inside it is when really there's a serious risk. Do you know what I mean? Like a real serious risk. So I'm going to continue with this van, guys. There's no question about that. It's just that you've got to be safe while doing it. I've spoke to many electricians, and some say different things than others. So it's a real tricky thing to be involved with. I've got to be honest, because even though you can go out and get qualifications for doing this, there still isn't really any laws. You know, until something really serious happens to someone, and not just once, it's got to be a few times, then the government and people like that will recognise that there must be laws in place for people dealing with electric EV vehicles. There just must be, you know what I mean? Because the commercial and residential has NIC. You've got to be an NIC registered certificate electrician to mess around with electrics, to be certified. That will come when it comes to EVs. That surely will happen when it comes to electric vehicles, because it's dangerous. But for now, there isn't. Copart are selling them on a daily basis, electric vehicles, to anyone. Like anyone. Like, so even someone that stacks shelves in Tesco's, you know, they can buy from Copart an EV and work on it. But for me, I've been in the building trade for many years. So I've got a better understanding. Do you know what I mean? But I have ordered the right PPE, the equipment, the gloves, the tools. You've got to get these specific tools that are wrapped in plastic that's covered up to 1,000 volts. I've got all that on order, but that's not going to stop us from carrying on. So we're going to get out there and we're going to do a little bit on the front end, take the bumper off, take the wing off, start getting the airbags out of the way, do all that kind of stuff now as well. So we're going to be continuing with that Townstar. I'm not going to give up on it. But first, we are going to be taking this to the MOT and see how that goes. So bear with me for now. I'm going to run this into the MOT. When I get back, I'll show you the results, and then we're going to continue with the van. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, I am back from the MOT centre with the Peugeot 308. Let me show you the results on this one, and then we're going to crack on. So there we go. No advisories. All good. So yeah, got a pass. No advisories. That's what we want. That's always what I'm looking for. So now we're going to go outside and continue with the Nissan Townstar. But look what has turned up. Look at these. These are these insulation gloves, gauntlets, electro voltage rated Very, very strong gloves. These are the ones that I ordered, and now we can continue on that van. If I do any electric work, I've got to use these. My toolkit for the electrical work is on its way as well, so I've got to wait for that before we can remove the battery pack, but we can continue with the van. Let's do the front end, do a little bit of work on that, and we can also remove the bumper, the wing. We've got the seat belts. I'm going to put the wheels back on as well on this, just in case it comes off the stand. It's worth just getting the wheels back on, and then yeah, it should be okay after that. But yeah, I'll set you up, guys. Let's crack on. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, it's a bit bright here, so I apologise for any glare in the sun that you might see. But yeah, as you can see, wing and bumper has completely been removed, and then we can see now the damage behind, what's hiding behind the panels. Let's start over this side where the wing sits. This, I've got to be honest, is okay up to probably there. Up to that point, all this is okay. All this is in the right position. It's all straight. Doesn't seem no damage whatsoever. Anything down there, doesn't seem no damage. Even the, the inner, no damage. No damage to this inner wing. There, that box section there. This bit is bent in there. So you can see that the crease is here. So, and I've got to be honest, that is really flimsy. So that possibly can just come back out. I've got to be honest, that connects, this bit here connects to this slam panel part or crash bar. It's all one piece, comes to there. So we've got to get the front end crash bar renewed anyway. So that piece there will probably pull out. I don't think we've got any damage to the inner wing. All this is okay. The box section, this section here, it's all good. It's all good. So, we know, I showed you the washer bottle anyway. The washer bottle has smashed to pieces. So we've got to replace the washer bottle, the crash bar section, and the two top, there's a top it's normally with these, you get a slam panel and it's one complete piece. But for some reason, the plastic pieces are in two pieces. There's a bottom section and there's a top section. Both bottom and top sections are smashed to pieces. I've got to be honest, they're cracked. This one over here, look, it is absolutely smashed to pieces here. So, this top part and this bottom part has got to be replaced. We've got to try and find the parts for that, as well as the crash bar section as well. But yeah, you can see over here, I've still got to take this light out. We'll get that out of the way as well, get this light off. and but yeah, you can see that the crash bar comes along here, and this black section goes here, and it connects to that inner wing I just showed you on the other side. So this side seems okay. It doesn't seem that bad, I've got to be honest. It's just a few plastics that are smashed and stuff, but we've got to strip it right back and take it all apart anyway. I'm going to take some pictures of all this before we do. Obviously that's the charging point here. There's no power going to this. I'm going to take pictures of everything and then just start undoing all these connectors and get all these wiring plugs out of the way so we can get to the top and bottom plastics. But yeah, that's kind of where we are at the minute. This has obviously got to go to the body shop and it's got to be straightened. Looking at it now, it has gone over, but it's not gone over as much as I thought. I thought it was worse than that, but it's not actually. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. It's whatever's happened in the crash. But this side seems okay, apart from obviously the leg and the crash bar that needs to be sort of taken back over that way. Even in there's nothing really that I can see that's going to cause us any problems really. So yeah, I think we've got to dig a little bit deeper. So that is what we're going to do. Where's that pipe going? There's pipes everywhere. Pipes and cables everywhere on this. Where's the... I think the actual crash... There's obviously loads of parts there that I'm putting in a pile. But I think the crash sensor thing is on the back of this one here, which is the bumper. And I think it's that there. Or is it that one there? Could be. Don't know. This is the release... This is the release for that cover. So inside the van, there's a button. You press the button and that pops open. That releases that in there. Yeah, that does that. That just looks like a crash data sensor to me. And then you've just got the spotlights for the bottom, the wiring, kept the wiring loom. Took that spotlight off. I'm not sure what this sensor's for. I'm going to have to try and work out what that sensor... It looks like a radar sensor for something. Maybe it's got active cruise control for that sensor. That's what happens with these radar sensors. You've got like a black... Yeah. Or it could be like a lane assist. Not sure about that, but you know, we'll get into it and work out what that is. This whole bumper is gone. I've got to be honest. The top piece of this should be one piece. It shouldn't crack like that. It shouldn't come apart. So yeah, we've just got to try and find some parts for this. I know Mark's been looking as well, but they're just really hard to find in a minute. But we will get there. We will get there. So yeah, let's continue. Take some pictures. Get this washer bottle out of the way. Get all these plastics removed as much as we can. Just do as much as we can. I'm probably going to get that headlight out of the way as well, just so that the body shop has got a good space to work in. Yeah, let's crack on. Let's do this. Right, okay. Well, slowly, we're taking things apart and getting this off. You can see this is actually a separate bracket to that. I didn't realise it is. That's a separate bracket to that, so we can change that piece there. We're going to change the crash bar anyway, but yeah, we'll have to get that piece. I'm putting all the pieces that we need to order over there, and I know I've just pushed that beam, this bar, just pushed it that way a little bit, just to give us a bit more. Still got to straighten up a little bit and mess around with it, but yeah, took the washer bottle off as well. We're going to have to replace the washer bottle. This underneath bar here, this looks all right, I've got to be honest. This one we might be able to keep going all the way along. Don't think that's been bent. If it was bent over here and stuff, that's kicked a little bit, but that's nothing really. That can be pulled. So yeah, just got to keep looking at things and keep checking. But I've taken off as much as I want to take off now. I want to now turn my attention to the inside. I want to start stripping some of this out at the minute as well. Get to these seat belts. Might have to take the seats completely out, I'm not sure, but basically we need to get to the seat belts, both sides, and this steering wheel airbag. I want to get that off as well. So yeah, let's have a little bit of a work in here now, and I'll set you up and let's do this. Right, okay, so guys, we have got a pile of bits and pieces now in the back of the van. Gonna keep them in here nice and stored, so I know where they go, which side they go. So all this pile is for this side, that pile is for that side. Taking out the seat belts, as you can see, removed the seat belts in here all the way up, and yeah, that's the connector. That's the connector there. And all I've got to do is do the I've done this the same that side. Take the seat belt out, completely removed it. So that's the two seat belts done. Struggling with this, I've got to be honest with you. It's a little bit of a pain. There's a on one side underneath there's a little hole. You stick a screwdriver in there and that releases the bottom part. You can see it's released there. And then where is it? There's a hole. There's a clip on the two top pieces, and there's a clip both sides. So that clip there is to put it through there, and then there's another one just in there, and then that releases the two top ones. But I'm struggling getting the space. I might see if I can drop it down and have a mess around with it later date. But for now, that's it. We've done loads on this van today, actually. We have done quite a bit. I've got a pile of bits and pieces down here already that we need to start sourcing later on. I think that headlight's okay. But obviously, all the plastics, the front end's got to be replaced as well and changed. But I'm not going to do no more on this part of it. It's going to leave it as it is until we can get that battery pack dropped from underneath. Got the gloves, so that's good. Just waiting for the tools to turn up. So yeah, and I've opened them up. These gloves, they are really strong gloves, and they're quite thick as well. Hold on, that's it. Yeah, they're really thick. And it does actually say on there somewhere. Did I see it? Yeah, there. So it's rated up to 1000 volts. So yeah, now we've definitely got the correct gloves to be working on these vehicles. And they weren't cheap, these gloves. I think they were about £60 for a pair of gloves. But very, yeah, these are the ones to have. So I am going to leave it there. That's going to be the end of today's video. Don't forget, guys, drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. How is it going? I'll answer you. And give the video a thumbs up. And I'll see you tomorrow in the next one. Thanks for watching. See you soon.